Okay. Now the last one is your oligopoly here. Again, you get questions on oligopoly. That's also one of the topic they touch upon. Now, oligopoly firms are again big firms, large firms, but not many. Any example of oligopoly? Tell me.
Vodafone, Airtel.
Correct. Telecom industry.
Airline industry.
Airline industry, telecom industry, where there are very few players in the market and very high capital investment. So that means the barriers to entry are still high, not as high as monopoly, but high barriers to entry and exit there. And some of the oligopolies have identical products like oil industry, cement industry, car industry, or they might have differentiated products. Yeah, identical like oil and differentiated like cars and airlines and all. Yeah, in most of the cases, yeah, that we spoke about. Firms are very much influenced by the actions of other firms. So what happens in typically in airline industry, you will see, you go to make my trip. So if one flight has reduced the price from Mumbai to Delhi, the others will also reduce it. So in case of oligopoly, this is a very peculiar feature of an oligopoly market, that firms are dependent on the behavior of the other firm. Okay. So there is a mutual, there is a interdependent of behavior, interdependence exists here. So one firm's action affect the action of the other firm. Like even in service providers, if Vodafone reduces, Airtel will also reduce. Yeah, so they behave that way. Now there is collusive oligopoly and non-collusive. Collusive oligopoly means all these firms, suppose there are 4 telecom people or 4 airlines, what they will do is they'll say, let's not fight in the market, let's have the same price. Otherwise you lower the price, if there are 4 firms. So if firm A reduces price, firm B has to reduce, C has to reduce, D has to reduce, then one of them again will reduce to get higher market share. So they come together and they have informal agreement, which is collusion, and where they say, let's not do that and maintain the price rigidity and try to sell our products. Otherwise, consumers will win and we all will get into losses. So in that case, they actually behave like a monopoly, because if 4 firms are deciding on one price, then that means they all are almost a monopoly. So that is a collusive oligopoly. You can see the diagram, it's similar to monopoly. Non-collusive oligopoly is a kinked diagram. Now this diagram, you look at it carefully. Otherwise you will not understand this diagram. Now you can see this dotted line actually is just help you to make the diagram. This is not part of the diagram. Your diagram is without the dotted lines, but just otherwise it becomes complicated how to draw it. For that purpose, this dotted line is shown here. Yeah. So this basically starts from here. Look at the point which I'm showing here. So it goes like this, your demand curve, and then there is a kink. It comes down. That basically means it is elastic till here, then it becomes inelastic. And now your MR curve which comes down will come like this, then there will be a MC curve. So you have to draw MC first here. Then you will draw another MC curve here below, and where your first MC and MR meet, as we know, where MC, MR meet, this is the profit maximizing level of output, right? Now, when you draw another MC here, your MR will touch there and come from that point. So ये जो B2C है, ये भी दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है. दिखाओगे तो भी ठीक है और नहीं दिखाओगे तो भी. And if you are not able to draw without that, then you make this dotted line. Have you understood this diagram, or shall I repeat the way it has to be drawn?
Miss, can you repeat the non-collusive part?
Yeah, so I'm repeating again how you have to draw it step by step.
Yeah.
Let me explain without dotted line. नहीं होगा तो फिर उसकी help से करना. See, your X and Y is there. You need one AR curve, one MR curve, and in non-collusive you need 2 MC curve. Now look at this. Your point will start here like a demand curve. How you make, like normally you make it like this, so you will make it a little elastic, which comes till point A, and then it becomes inelastic. So it's not a normal curve, it's elastic and then inelastic. That's your demand or AR curve. This point A is basically a kink. This is called kink demand curve. There is a kink here. That means वो turn हो जाता है. Now, उसी की उसमें you will make a MR curve till here, which is point B. इस point B पर you will make a MC curve, MC1. Now, where your MC1 and MR, which is point B, meets, take it down This is your profit maximizing output where MC, MR meet. Then you will draw another MC curve, which is point C, and your MR will get extended from this point of C downward. Got it? A little tricky diagram. Try making it, and if it's not easy for you to make without dotted line, then you make your D and MR first and then use the other part. So in a king demand curve, there are three ways a firm behave. What happens is the firm feels, actually two ways. The firm feels like, if you see this diagram, that if they increase the price above P is the price in non-collusive oligopoly. So if any firm increases the price makes no sense because no one is going to buy from them. But if they reduce the price, and since it becomes relatively inelastic, after point A, so if they reduce the price, others will also start following it. And then a small change in price will, even if they reduce to a large extent, the demand will not increase to that much extent in case of inelastic concept, right? So they decide to keep the price at P, which is the price rigidity behavior of a oligopoly, as we know. So it remains at kink, and they adopt to non-price competing factors. So how do they compete then? They keep the price same, and then they say, since firms in oligopoly tend not to compete in terms of price, the concept of non-price competition becomes important. There are many kinds of non-price competition. What they use is the brand name. They try to make it popular so that more and more customers they can get. They do very attractive packaging, like how Cadbury's does, like to remain competitive. Special features they can add, some free services they can offer, high advertising, sales promotion techniques, personal selling, publicity, sponsorship to matches and other things they do. Some special deals and distribution features like free delivery, after sales service and all. So by this way they try to create their own niche in the market. Oligopoly is characterized by very large advertising and marketing expenditure as firms try to develop brand loyalty and make demand for their products less elastic. Less elastic means so that they create that kind of a brand value that people try to take their products and not the competitors. So if you use one airline or one telecom provider, you continue doing the same. Some may argue that this represents a misuse of scarce resources. It could also be argued that competition among the large companies result in greater choice for consumers. So that's about.
This is for collusive, right?
Sorry?
This is for collusive firms.
Non-competition, non-price competition?
Yes.
This is for non-collusive, and collusive also adopts the same way. In any case, oligopoly market, they want to go ahead with the non-price competition, because in case of collusive oligopoly, they set the price very high. So again, they don't have any other choice. They have to follow non-price. But then the customers also don't have a choice. The customer keep buying from them at the same price. They don't reduce the price there. And in case of non-collusive, they feel that it makes no sense itself to increase or lower the price, because otherwise they lose the market share, and at high price no one will buy. So they again, there is a price rigidity, though it's non-collusive, but then again they follow non-price competition factors. And collusion, the theoretical concept is there, but collusion is illegal and it cannot be applied in the market as such. So price rigidity is more in non-collusive also. If you found this video helpful, do drop a like and share it with your friends. If you want to see more such videos, subscribe to this channel and let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Hope to see you in the next episode of Dimplenomics. Till then, keep learning, keep growing. All the best. God bless.